now live from Palin Music Studios in Springfield, Missouri, it's Wake Up with Greg. Here's your host, Greg.
Hey, good morning, friends, and welcome to Wake Up with Greg. I am your host, Greg Rosander with Palin Music Center. It's Friday, guys. We made it. We made it to the end of the week. It's a beautiful day outside today. Sun is shining. It's nice and cool, which is surprising. I'm not complaining because I want it to stick around. But as we know, in Missouri, if you don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes. It'll change on you. So, but man, it's nice. Had the windows down on the way in this morning. So nice and beautiful day. Welcome to the show, everyone. It is Friday. This is Wake Up with Greg. Those of you new to the show have never seen this before, don't know what in the world is going on. Well, let me tell you who we are and what we're doing. I am with Palin Music Center, and this is our every weekday morning show right here, 8:30 a.m. Central, to share the internet's coolest instruments with you. These are instruments available for you to purchase on our website at palinmusic.com, or checking out our checking out the website, or by giving me a call at 417-882-7006, or you can check out our Reverb page at reverb.com and get some incredible deals on some killer instruments. Today I got tenor saxophones for you. So we've kind of hit all of the basics this week. We did clarinets one day, we did flutes, I think, we did alto saxes, we did trumpets. Actually, I don't think we've done flutes this week, now that I think about it. Maybe we'll start the week off next week with some flutes. But in any case, we got tenor saxes today, some of the top tier tenor saxes. So stay tuned for that because you're going to love them. And these are all instruments that are available for you to take home today. So that's why we're here, primarily to share cool instruments with you, and every day is going to be a different day. But in addition to that, we just like to have some fun. I like to share music with you. I like to share art, literature, travel, food, whatever, is just in my head for the day. I've been on a bit of a Benny Goodman kick this week. Those of you who know me know my deep and abiding love for all things Benny Goodman. So I've got a last piece of history to share with you on that later in the show. And then we share wisdom, usually about music, but it can usually be about anything else as well. And so yeah, that's who we are. That's what we do. We're here to have fun, to get your day started on a good mood, having some laughs and, just hanging out together for a little bit. So we've got the live stream chat going on here, which is the best part of this show, to be honest, because I can interact with you, you can interact with me, I can, answer any questions that you have, you can leave your comments. So it's just one of those things that I absolutely love. I do ask, of course, with any live stream chat, keep it polite and clean and appropriate. This is a family show, so we don't want to fill it up with anything that's inappropriate. So I would appreciate that. In addition to the chat, go ahead and give us a like and a comment and a subscribe and a share and all of those things. We're in the 1480s. We're so close to 1,500 in subscribers. I know you guys can help me get there, and I would appreciate it. Now, remember, I'm not the only thing on this channel here. I mean, I'm probably the best thing, of course, right? But we've got, my buddy Corey down in our Arkansas location who does a lot of, band repair clinic type videos that he shares. Of course, we've got tons of product demos from many of our people. Austin doing saxophone demos. We've got Tim now doing trumpet demos. We've got Berto doing trombone demos. So we've got lots going on the channel. So be sure to check out all of the other stuff as well, because those are things that you can like and that you can comment on and that you can share, and then we can build this whole community for the Palin Music Band and Orchestra channel on YouTube. So that's what we can do together, and I would appreciate it. I love you guys. I'm glad you're here. Good morning to you all that are on the show this morning. Mom is here. John is here. Max is here. Mom is asking, am I going to play the sax today? I apologize. I'm not playing the sax today. I'm ill prepared to play the saxophone today, but I'll make a promise right now. I will play the saxophone next week. And I'll play the clarinet too. I'm more comfortable on the clarinet, but I'll get some saxophone things worked out for you for next week. So stay tuned. It'll happen. It's just not going to happen today, so my apologies. So that's kind of all the news that's fit to print right now, so we'll get rolling with this show. But as we always do before we get into the deep, good stuff, we talk about the best stuff, which is saying good morning to Jordan. Good morning, Jordan.
Good morning.
Jordan is the best of stuff. He's the best of people. He is the man behind the scenes that keeps this show working. So,
Oh, well, I try.
happy to have you here, brother.
Oh, thank you.
Got good, exciting weekend plans? Going out of town or something like that?
Yeah, Northwest Arkansas, so not too far away, but
Family stuff or?
yes,
Yeah.
my in-laws live there, so going there.
The in-laws.
Yeah.
Gotta love the in-laws. Bradley Wesson is here. Jesus saves. Yes, he does. And Gretzky shoots and scores. Sorry, I just had... I'm choking on that one. My apologies. All right. Thank you for that. All right. That's what we got going on. I got my Hot Wheel Club tomorrow night. That's my
nice.
thing going on tomorrow evening. So
That's fun.
I'll any of you guys in the area that are Hot Wheel collectors, check out the Southern Missouri Hot Wheel Collectors at the Library Center on South Glenstone. 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. All right.
Sweet.
A little plug for the club.
Awesome.
So how about we dig into this show, shall we?
Let's do it. All right.
do it.
Why don't you tell us about your shirt and watch
Shirt
today?
and watch. All right. The shirt. This is my super exciting bargain shirt I found at a vintage thrift store or resale shop, whatever you want to call it. The brand is Premier International. I kind of call this my fireworks shirt. Even though these are flowers, they really look more like fireworks to me. I'll stand up. You can see the whole kit and caboodle here. $6 for this awesome shirt. I couldn't be happier. It's one of my faves, so super cool. Premier International. Never heard of it, but you know, it's a cool shirt. It's comfy. It's nice. What do you think? Let me know what you think of the shirt. And then the watch. This is a special watch for me. I'm going to take it off for a second because I want you to actually be able to see it properly. This was gifted to me recently in celebration of my 100th episode of Wake Up with Greg. The marketing team got me this. This is a new Seiko. What is it, the SR503, I think is the model on there. But it is just gorgeous. You got that beautiful green face on there, the green dial with the bright, shiny. I read about it a bit. It's supposed to be reminiscent of like, really high-end auto parts and different things like that, engines and racing and all that kind of cool stuff. But yeah, so this was in honor of my 100th episode. You probably can't see it on the back of the watch there. It says, Wake Up with Greg, 100 episodes. So thank you guys so much for this watch. I wear it with pride and honor. It was a super shock and surprise to get it. So I love it. That's my new Seiko green face watch. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so that's the shirt and watch. Let's dig into some saxophones, shall we?
Yes, please.
Yes, please. Get the white gloves on here, my Mickey Mouse gloves, so we don't get these things all fingerprinty. We are kind of doing some top-of-the-line saxophones today. I've got 2 models from the same company, a couple of Selmer saxophones. Selmer, of course, the all-time leader in saxophone design. They've been building saxophones for just over 100 years. The inheritors of the saxophone legacy, because they actually acquired the Adolph Sax Works shop back in the day, and their first Selmer saxophones were actually made from leftover parts from the inventor of the saxophone, Adolph Sax. So that's a pretty darn cool thing right there. So the first saxophone I want to show you here, I probably should have shown you the case. I'll show you the case on the next one because they're the same case. But here we have, this is the Selmer Reference 36. Right, I think the actual model number is 84, but the model designation is the Reference 36. And so what does that mean, Reference 36? Well, this is a horn that was built to harken back to the balanced action and super balanced action saxophones of the 30s. Okay, Selmer's top of the line saxophones at the time, and are still heralded as some of the greatest saxophones ever made. So this is a modern interpretation of the balanced action. So based on the same specs technically, but with some modern mechanism and whatnot. So it still plays and feels and has the comfort of a modern horn, but with the sound and feel of a vintage balanced action. So with that, what do we get here? This is made in that traditional style. So, we've talked about post to rib construction a lot, which is a modern manufacturing technique. But this horn is not made with that. This is made in the traditional way with just the individual posts mounted to the body the way the balanced action would have been. We've got the big fat bore on this, the beautiful engraving. You can see the engraving. There's the reference 36 logo on there under the Selmer name. In the traditional gold lacquer finish, or I guess they call it the dark lacquer, I'm not exactly sure. But the key mechanism and layout is very similar to the original as far as the feel and shape and design of the keys. This comes with a high F sharp key, which I don't think the balanced action would have had back in the day, but an added modern feature. You've got the traditional Selmer 3-point bell to body brace. We have, of course, the front F, beautiful, almost kind of a rosy pink. You can kind of see the mother of pearl there, that just really gorgeous, almost pinkish hue on the pearls there. You've got a nicely streamlined, contoured thumb octave key on the back there. You've got the left-hand rocker mechanism here with the added brace for stability on that. And then you've got an added brace on the long side rods to keep those nice and straight and regulated. Of course, fine adjustments throughout, everything that you want in a professional horn, and adjustable thumb hook on the back in the metal, with, of course, as I was saying, the beautiful hand engraving, which goes actually all up through the horn. It's kind of in between the keys, kind of hard to see here, but if you look closely, you might be able to catch the engraving underneath the keys there. So this is the Reference 36 by Selmer. Now, a little piece of information on this. These horns are actually discontinued, okay? Now, why are they discontinued? Not because there was anything wrong with them at all, but because Selmer Paris continues to innovate. They have come out with one, if not two, new models now that are taking the place of these. There is the Supreme tenor sax, which we've talked about a little bit. We have not received our Supreme tenor yet, that we've had on order for quite a while now. And then now there's the new Signature model saxophones, and I believe there's a tenor version of that coming down the line as well. So great opportunity to get a horn now that you won't be able to get very much longer. And if you are watching the show and you mention the show, I will be glad to offer you an extra special price on this as well. So, of course, it comes with the high quality Italian leather pads with the metal tone boosters, the metal resonators throughout. So that's pretty much the scope, or the scope, whatever, on the Reference 36 tenor saxophone. Check it out live on our website right now at palinmusic.com, or give us a call, 417-882-7006, or check out our Reverb page. Here's the neck with the classic blue S logo on the octave key there. No engraving or anything on the neck there, but that is the Selmer Paris neck. Comes as a complete outfit with Selmer Paris hard rubber mouthpiece, ligature, cap, all that good stuff, all your cleaning supplies, and so on. So that is the first horn of the day. I guess I can kind of hit this case for you before I put her down. We've got a zippered style case, and Selmer, honestly, is one of the companies that has been doing zippered cases probably longer than anybody else. I know they had zippered cases, I think, way back in the 50s, if I'm not mistaken, with the Mark 6s and whatnot. But this is a beautiful, streamlined, contoured case. Certainly a heavy-duty structural hard shell case, but with a zippered closure and whatnot. So comes with straps so you can carry it on your shoulder and do all of that. So this is the Reference 36. It's a beautiful piece. All right, check it out when you can. I'm going to pull the next one up here, and then what do we got for him next, Jordan?
Some music.
We got some music. All right. I was thinking of what to play for you music-wise today, or what to share with you. I can't play it yet. We're still working on that, but I found this little group, I don't know, about a year or two ago, and they've got a new album out now, but the song I'm going to give you is from their debut album. It's just a duo, a young lady and a young man by the name of Rachel and Vilray. All right, so there they are. And the song that I'm sharing with you today is called The Laundromat Swing. And they're a little jazz duo that does a lot of just early traditional kind of hot jazz styles. Similar to, maybe not quite as, it's just the two of them, so there's not like big horn sections or anything like that. Kind of like Squirrel Nut Zippers, remember from the 90s. Some of the swing throwbacks in the 90s, Royal Crown Review, Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, those guys. In that vein, Hot Club of Cowtown, which is more of a Western swing kind of group. But really just cool, traditional jazz swing, lots of fun songs on here. But The Laundromat Swing is one of my favorites from this album. I think you'll just absolutely enjoy it. It's so much fun and it's lighthearted and bouncy, and it's basically a song talking about a guy, if you want to get your girl, you got to do the laundromat swing, which means you got to wash your clothes, you got to iron your shirt, you got to go pick up some flowers, you got to get your hair cut, do all those kind of things, because a girl wants a guy that looks good. So you want to make sure you're putting in the effort to look good for your girl. So that's kind of the laundromat swing. But I'm adding this right now to the Wake Up with Greg playlist that I've created for you on Spotify, right there, Wake Up with Greg. That's a bunch of my other playlists there as well. And it's a playlist I created. It's public. You can access it, anyone, and you can listen to all of the songs that I've recommended on this show for the past 100 plus episodes. So yeah, that's the song. One more time, Rachel and Vilray is the group from their debut album, and the song is The Laundromat Swing. So check it out. I think you'll love it. That's my musical choice for the day. Where's everybody on the chat this morning? Seems a little quiet for a Friday. Would love to be able to interact with you all, so feel free to leave your comments and questions, and I'll give you a shout out. Let me know where you're watching from in the world. Would love to be able to interact with you all. All right, so that's the music. Let's dig into saxophone number 2, shall we?
Yes.
Making sure Jordan's awake over here. It's Friday. It's been a long week.
Yeah, it's true.
That is true. Truth. There's truth in, I don't know, truth in the telling? Something like that. Got my Hawaiian coffee down. All right, I showed you the case on the other one. The case is identical on this model. This is another Selmer, and it's another reference series, but this is the reference 54. I think the actual model number is like 74, which is kind of weird. But anyway, this one, and this is just a stunner of a horn. Pull that one out there for you. I think we're safe there. We're good. All right. So what do we have here? We have the Selmer reference 54. So 54 would be a time period in which the holy grail of saxophones came into being. The Mark VI Selmer saxophone. Anders is here. Hi from Norway. Thank you for being here. Good morning. Welcome to the show. So this is a modern reimagining of the Selmer Mark VI. So again, very similar in construction to the reference 36 that I just showed, but more along the specifications of the Mark VI as far as bore and bell taper and all of that kind of stuff. So, but again, you get the modern mechanism. This one has a combination of individual post and post-to-rib construction, so we've got a little bit of both on there. You guys that are in the know on your Mark 6s, you'd have to tell me if they have post or rib construction or not, because I can't remember. I've never owned a Mark 6. And I play those old American horns myself. But look at this just gorgeous satin finish, or they call it the matte finish on this one. And no engraving at all. I mean, it's just clean and pristine and classic. Gives a really nice vintage vibe to it. But this is another one of those horns that's, it's a top of the line instrument, but Selmer has discontinued it for their new models that are coming out. So get it while you can, because you're not going to be able to get them much longer, if at all. So I've got one of each in-house, and I would love to send them your way, especially if you're a player or a collector. Definitely collector's items as well. Beautiful key guards on here. All the things that you want. Like I said, you high F sharp, the front F, mother of pearl keytone. The mother of pearls on these are more of a white, less pink like the other one. Blue steel needle springs, of course. You've got the pointed pivot screws. All of that great design work that Selmer has done in these over the years. All your fine adjustments throughout, your adjustable thumb hook on the back. Pretty much that's the scoop on these guys. The Italian leather pads with the high-grade metal tone boosters. This is a new Mark 6, let's call it that. So for those of you who want a Mark 6 but can't afford an original, because the prices on those things are just going nuts. I mean, it's hard to find one, at least a quality one, for under 10 grand anymore. And some of them are 15, 20. I've seen some listed for $75,000, which I can't comprehend anybody spending that much on a Selmer Mark 6. But if they do, I guess that's just good for the market. It means all the other ones are going up in price. So anyway, so here we have the Selmer Reference 54, the new Mark 6, if you will, live on the website right now at palinmusic.com, or by giving me a call at 417-882-7006, or checking out our Reverb page. I'm not going to unwrap the neck, but you can see you've got the traditional blue S logo on the neck on there as well. Comes complete as a package, like I said, with your neck strap, mouthpiece, hard rubber Paris mouthpiece, cap and ligature, and all the other goodies that you need. So that is the Reference 54. Check it out on the website right now, palinmusic.com, or by giving me a call at 417-882-7006.
Awesome.
I'm going to set this one up. These are heavy.
Yeah. Well, they're well made. So.
What's that?
They're well made.
They are, absolutely.
You can feel it when you hold them.
You can feel it. You can absorb it. All right, what's next, my friend?
All right, before the last one, why don't you show us something cool?
All right, show you something cool. So like I said earlier in the show, I've been kind of on a Benny Goodman kick this week, sharing some amazing albums from my vinyl collection. Benny Goodman in Moscow, Benny Goodman in Brussels, the 40th anniversary Carnegie Hall concert, and so on. I was fortunate to find this book in an antique store here not too long ago. And this is the Benny, the King of Swing, a pictorial biography based on Benny Goodman's own archives. So check this guy out on the back, right? I mean, this is the way you want to be living your life in your twilight years, out there in the garden, you got your hat on, just chilling like a villain. But this is a very amazing picture story of the life of Benny Goodman. There's some great, animated pieces in here, not like they're moving around, but drawings and whatnot of Benny Goodman. Some performance pieces. Oh, there was a great one in here of Benny Goodman. There's Benny Goodman and Peggy Lee, the legendary Peggy Lee, one of his great vocalists. You may know her from the Disney's Lady and the Tramp, amongst others. There was a really cool picture. Oh, there's another drawing, animated drawing of Benny Goodman there. It's just a very fun archive of everything that there is to know about Benny Goodman. There's a beautiful or a fun picture of him in here with Frank Sinatra And they played together in a couple of venues and stuff. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, here's the legendary Gene Krupa on drums there. The Sing, 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 of course, iconic songs from Benny Goodman. Hysterical public split, Goodman and Krupa. All right. Where is that Frank Sinatra picture? Come on now. Here's some more animation. A lot of Al Hirschfeld drawings here. I've talked about Hirschfeld before, with that particular artist drawing on there. He's done a lot of Benny Goodman drawings and many others. Yeah. All right, I can't find that Frank Sinatra picture in here because it's a picture of Frank Sinatra playing the clarinet and Benny Goodman acting as the crooner or the singer, which is kind of funny if you think about it. Yeah, I can't find it. Anyway, a lot of great stuff in this book. Antique stores, guys, are a really great way to find some amazing stuff out there. You can get, here's just some great concert footage. You can get a lot of really great information, books, albums, all sorts of different things. I even found a Benny Goodman clarinet that I have at home. I've made a lamp out of it, because it wasn't really playable. But you can find these things for super cheap usually. I think this one was like $6 or $8 for a book that normally ran probably $50. So anyway, that's my something cool. I know I'm just kind of rambling and showing you pictures here, and you may not be too interested, but it's one of the things that I love that I like to share with you guys. So that's my cool thing for the day. Benny, the King of Swing, the picture book about Benny Goodman. There you go. How about that? We'll say goodbye to Benny Goodman for now. He may pop up in later episodes. He always does, from time to time. So. I'm trying to find more Artie Shaw stuff. Artie Shaw's my guy. But he quit. He quit in the early 50s. So there's not as much stuff out there for Artie as there is for Benny, because Benny kept playing all the way through the 80s when he passed away in 86, my senior year of high school. Sad day for me and the world of music. All right, we got one more horn to show you. We're just going to jump right into that. I've been doing enough rambling already for today. So let's check out this last one. This one's one of my all-time faves. This is a top-of-the-line saxophone from my favorite Italian saxophone maker, Ramponi and Casani, in these beautiful brown Italian leather cases. We got a combination of zippers and latches on here, so you got the best of both worlds. This is the R1 Jazz tenor sax in the vintage silver-plated finish. So it's going to be a lot different looking than the previous ones I just showed you, but look at that, right? This saxophone here is just a stunner. My buddy Austin just did a video on this one that we just posted. Was it this week or late last week maybe? Check out right below here or up there or wherever it is on the channel. You can find that video by Austin Farnham, and he did an amazing demo of this horn. And so you can hear how this thing sounds. But here you can see how it looks. We've got the R1 Jazz. You see how it's kind of got a tarnish is not the right word because it's a vintage finish. They don't do a high gloss, high polish finish on these saxophones. They want it to have that kind of vintage look, but it is a raw metal finish. This is the Ramponi has a little bit of a higher copper content in their main brass. They call it a red brass, I believe, that they use for the bodies, but then with the bright silver plating on here, it just adds a lot of warmth and depth to the color of the tone. I play a silver horn myself. I just love the way they look and the way they sound. My vintage Con looks a lot like this, actually. And these horns are a lot more similar to the American horns from the 30s through the 50s than they are to the like the Selmers that everybody compares them to. They really, however, have their own unique sound, and nothing sounds and feels like a Ramponi, and it should be that way because you want to make your mark on the world and do it with your own voice, right? And they have definitely done that. So what do we have features-wise? All the same features that we've got on all of these other horns. This is individual post construction on this. Everything handmade. All of the keys are hand cut and formed. All of the body hand hammered and built. We have kind of a 4-point bell to body brace there. We've got the fine adjustments that you would have on any modern horn. Beautiful mother of pearl key touches. Gorgeous hand engraving, all of their artisans. And no two horns from Ramponi look alike. Every engraving pattern is just a little bit different and unique, which I love about that. You know, they're not just going off of the same similar pattern. High F sharp, front F, everything that you want, all of your fine adjustments throughout. Of course, the highest grade Italian leather pads with metal tone boosters. This is just an absolutely beautiful horn. Ramponi calls it the wide bore that they have in there, so that they're going to get a big, fat, just, you know, powerful sound out of these horns. And they call it the R1 Jazz, but that doesn't mean you can only play jazz with it. Of course, you can play any style of music that you want. I love the touches of the olive wood neck cap there, which allows for ventilation of the body. It's got a little vent hole there, so it keeps your pads dry, all that good stuff. So these come complete as a kit as well with the mouthpiece, cap, ligature, and a really awesome neck strap that Ramponi has designed. So that is the R1 Jazz. The R1 Jazz does come in a number of finishes. You can get it in the silver like this, or silver with gold-plated keys. You can get it in a raw brass finish. You can get it in a 24-karat gold-plated finish. Lots of options on the R1. They're just absolutely killer horns. One of the best horns on the market, no question. Highly recommend it, and I would love to send one to you today. So check out our website at palinmusic.com, or give us a call, 417-882-7006, or check out our Reverb page at reverb.com. And let's have a happy saxophone day Friday. Let me send some saxophones out your way. So I would love to do that. And I know for a fact that you would love to receive one of these saxophones. Oops, I forgot to put the neck in there. Hey, let's show you the neck. Since I've got it here, take the neck out. See, there you go. There's the neck. Got the RC Ramponi Casani logo there. There you are. Handmade in Italy from a 200-year-old company that's been doing it the right way from the beginning. So there we go. That is the last saxophone of the day. What do we got left, Mr. Jordan?
Just some wisdom.
Just some wisdom. All righty. Been a little quiet on the chat today. Maybe everybody's enjoying the outdoors this morning because it's a beautiful day, but happy for you all that are here. Here's my piece of wisdom for today. This is actually more of a poem than a quote or an excerpt from a poem. This comes from the English Romantic era poet William Wordsworth. And here's what he says about music. And this is, like I said, this is very poetic, so let me try to do it justice here. It says, I listened, motionless and still, and as I mounted up the hill, the music in my heart I bore, long after it was heard no more. Wow, right? Jordan says, wow. That is poetic, right? But I mean, I love it. You've got the music in your heart. You know, you can take it with you wherever you go. Even if it's not playing and you can't hear it out here, you can hear it in here. You can hear it in here and take it with you. I listened, motionless and still, and as I mounted up the hill, the music in my heart I bore, long after it was heard no more. William Wordsworth, thank you for that quote, or poem, if you will. All right, guys. Well, that's kind of the end of the show here for you today. I am thankful that you were here, Bradley and Anders and Mom and Max and John and all you folks out there. Thank you for watching. I will be back here again Monday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central Time, right here in the U.S., to share some more instruments with you and to have some fun. So you guys have a great weekend. Thank you for watching. Remember this, helping people make meaningful music is what we do. And when you're ready, I'm here for you too. We'll talk to you soon. Have a good day. Bye-bye.